Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night, feeling the cold emptiness beside you where your spouse should be? Have you ever felt the weight of unspoken words and unresolved conflicts slowly crushing the life out of your once vibrant relationship? If you're nodding your head right now, I want you to know that you're not alone. In fact, you're part of a silent epidemic that's sweeping across our nation, leaving countless couples feeling lost, disconnected, and wondering if they'll ever find their way back to the love they once shared. But what if I told you that there's a way out of this darkness? What if I told you that no matter how far apart you and your spouse may feel, there's a path that can lead you back to the profound love, intimacy, and fulfillment you both deserve? Today, I want to share with you the transformative power of the BLISS Protocol, a journey of reconnection, healing, and growth that has the potential to not only save your marriage, but to create the extraordinary relationship you've always dreamed of. You see, I know firsthand the pain and heartbreak of a marriage that's lost its way. In my first marriage, everything started off like a fairy tale. We were young, in love, and convinced that we had it all figured out. But as the years went by, the demands of daily life began to take their toll. Slowly but surely, a chasm began to grow between us, a chasm filled with unspoken resentments, unfulfilled longings, and the echoes of dreams that had long since faded. At first, we tried to ignore it. We put on brave faces and pretended that everything was fine. But deep down, we both knew that something was terribly wrong. The laughter that once filled our home had been replaced by a deafening silence, broken only by the occasional outburst of frustration or the slamming of doors. The love that had once seemed unshakable had been reduced to a flickering ember, barely clinging to life. Before we knew it, the distance between us had led to separation and eventually to divorce. It was a painful journey that left me questioning everything I thought I knew about love, commitment, and what it takes to build a lasting, fulfilling relationship. But through that experience and through my work with countless couples since then, I've discovered three key lessons that have the power to transform any marriage, no matter how far gone it may seem. The first lesson is this: to reignite the passion and recapture the magic of your early days together, you must prioritize your intimate connection and create space for romance. In the busyness of daily life, it's all too easy to let the demands of work, children, and other obligations overshadow the importance of nurturing your relationship with your spouse. But if you want to build a marriage that lasts, you must be intentional about creating moments of connection, desire, and intimacy. This means setting aside regular time for date nights, even if it's just a few hours a week. It means learning to communicate your needs and desires openly and honestly, without fear of judgment or rejection. It means being willing to put down your phone, turn off the TV, and give your full attention to the person you've chosen to spend your life with. The second lesson is this: to rediscover the shared purpose and unity that once defined your marriage, you must realign your goals, values, and aspirations. One of the most common reasons that couples drift apart is that they've lost sight of the dreams and aspirations that brought them together in the first place. They've allowed the pressures of daily life to pull them in different directions, leaving them feeling like strangers living under the same roof. To overcome this, you must be intentional about cultivating a renewed sense of partnership and collaboration. This means sitting down together and having honest conversations about your hopes, fears, and dreams for the future. It means learning to support each other's goals and aspirations, even if they're different from your own. It means being willing to make sacrifices and compromises for the sake of your relationship, knowing that the strength of your partnership is more important than any individual desire. The third lesson is perhaps the most important of all. To reconnect with your spouse and rediscover the love that brought you together, you must embark on a journey of self-discovery, healing, and growth. So often, the conflicts and disconnection in our marriages are simply reflections of the unresolved wounds and unmet needs within ourselves. We bring our baggage, our insecurities, and our unhealed traumas into our relationships, expecting our partners to fill the voids and heal the hurts that we've never fully addressed. But the truth is, no one else can do that work for us. If we want to build a marriage that's truly extraordinary, we must be willing to do the hard work of looking within, confronting our own demons, and learning to love and accept ourselves fully. Only then can we show up in our relationships as whole, healthy individuals, ready to give and receive love in equal measure. This means being willing to seek out therapy, coaching, or other forms of support when we need it. It means learning to communicate our needs and boundaries clearly and assertively without fear of rejection or abandonment. It means being willing to forgive ourselves and our partners for past hurts and mistakes, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Now, I know that some of you may be thinking, that all sounds great, but how do I actually put these lessons into practice? How do I take the first step towards creating the extraordinary marriage I've always dreamed of? That's where the BLISS Protocol comes in. This transformative program is designed to guide you and your spouse through a journey of reconnection, healing, and growth, one step at a time. Through a series of powerful exercises, conversations, and experiences, you'll learn how to reignite the passion and desire in your relationship, even if you feel like the spark has long since died out. Realign your goals, values, and aspirations so that you're working together towards a shared vision of the future. Communicate openly and honestly with your spouse without fear of judgment or rejection. Heal past hurts and traumas so that you can show up in your relationship as your best, most authentic self. Cultivate a deep sense of intimacy, trust, and connection so that you can weather any storm together. The path to an extraordinary marriage is not always easy, but I promise you this, it is always worth it. When you and your spouse are willing to do the hard work of growth and healing day after day, year after year, you tap into a source of strength, resilience, and love that can transform not only your relationship, but your entire life. So, to all the couples out there who may be feeling lost, disconnected, or hopeless, I invite you to take a leap of faith. Embrace the journey of the BLISS Protocol and rediscover the profound love, intimacy, and fulfillment that you both deserve. Because in the end, the true measure of a successful marriage is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of a love that endures through it all, a love that is truly extraordinary. Thank you